How are you doing, Arohi?
I'm doing good. I just came back from my vacation like yesterday night, so I'm
Okay,
tired. But
okay, okay. Glad you're back. You have more vacation in waiting. Okay, let's do Namokar mantra together. नमो अरिहंताणम नमो सिद्धाणम नमो आयर्याणम नमो उवज्झायाणम नमो लोये सवसाहुणम ऐसो पंचनमो यारो सवपावपणाशणौ मंगलाणम च सव्वेसिम पढ़मम होवै मंगलम. जय जिनेन अगेन बच्चों. लेट मी जस्ट चेक समथिंग. यस माय thing is working, so we are good to go. Okay, so as I was telling you, Sarthak and Tattva, today we since we are done with our pehli dhal and we don't want to start the second dhal until next year, today we have sort of a free day, right? Free day means you are free to ask any questions related to Jainism to me. If not, we'll cover another topic which is not related to Dhal, but obviously it will be related to Jainism. ठीक है ना? तो अगर आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है आरोही, एनीथिंग दैट यू हैव इन योर माइंड, प्लीज डू आस्क मी.
do you know when we're gonna be taking the test, I guess?
Yeah, so test will be taken one class. So what we'll do is we'll do a revision in the next pathshala class,
Okay.
whenever it happens in the first week of uh, uh, 2026 of January. Okay, that day we'll do revision, and the following week we'll have the test.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll have an opportunity of covering the, we'll do a revision, right? Following that revision we'll have the test.
Okay.
Okay, okay, that's not the question that I was expecting. I was expecting more question related to Jainism. That's a transactional question. तो किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है क्या? Anything about Jainism, anything that you learnt at your other pathshalas, at your you know mandir pathshala, if you any of you go there, if you have any questions around that. Yeah, so Jan 4th तक अपना winter break है. Okay, so the Sunday after Jan 4th, and I'm looking at my calendar, that will be, I don't want to give you a wrong date, so I'm to check this. Yeah, Jan 4th is, I think, Sunday. Yeah, so that week, following that week, we'll have our pathshala. Okay, December 22nd to 4th we have break. Okay, हाँ जी, किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है? ठीक है, तो अगर कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है तो आई थॉट आई विल कवर ए स्टोरी विथ यू, ए कपल ऑफ वीडियोज दैट आई वॉन्टेड टू शो यू. Before I do that, since you didn't ask me a question, let me ask you guys a question. Raise your hands if you know about Bhagwan Bahubali. Who of you know about Bhagwan Bahubali? Knowing means you know about name. I'm not going. I will have more follow-up question. Have you heard any time the name Bhagwan Bahubali? Okay, that's awesome. Perfect. I'm so happy. At least you know about Bhagwan Bahubali. Okay. Tell me one fact about Bahubali Bhagwan. One, each one of you. Only one fact. It could be anything. है ना? तो why don't we start with आरोही? आरोही, कोई एक fact. कोई भी एक
Um,
fact.
so there's this huge statue of Bhagwan Bahubali in India. I don't remember exactly where it is, but I went there like when I was
Shravan
really
Belgol.
young.
Perfect. Good
Yeah.
answer. Shravan Belgol. है ना? The place is near Bangalore. Its named is Shravan Belgol, and we will cover that in a bit. ठीक है. Perfect. One fact. Thank you for that, Arohi. So the tallest monolithic statue in India, one single stone statue, which has been standing for 1,000 years, is that of Bhagwan Bahubali. Okay, great fact. Any other fact about his life? ये तो उनका स्टैचू है, तो अच्छी बात है. कोई और फैक्ट जो आप बता सकते हो? सार्थक.
He's the son of Adinath Bhagwan.
Perfect answer. He is son of Adinath Bhagwan, है ना? Raja Adinath. When before Adinath Bhagwan took Diksha, Muni Diksha, he was the first king of this Karm Bhumi, right? Uh, when our earth changed its character from being a Bhog Bhumi to Karm Bhumi, uh, Bhagwan Adinath was the first Tirthankar, the son of Nabhirai and Marudevi, and the son of Bhagwan Adinath, the son was Bahubali. Now he was not the only son; he also had other. Uh, he had 100 sons and 2 daughters, and we'll kind of cover that in the story as well, है ना? तो that is a great fact. और कोई fact, तत्व, 2 फैक्ट मुझे मिल गए। एक तो उनका स्टैचू सबसे बड़ा है और वो भगवान आदिनाथ के पुत्र थे। और कोई फैक्ट जो आपको याद है भगवान आदिनाथ के बारे में?
He attained moksha while standing.
Awesome! He attained moksha. And you know what? Guess what? He attained moksha even before Bhagwan Adinath. Right? So while Adinath Bhagwan is our first Tirthankar, but the first Arihant who attained moksha is Bhagwan Bahubali, his son. है ना? तो ये भी एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट अबाउट हिज लाइफ। अच्छा, एक और चीज हमेशा ध्यान रखना कि भगवान बाहुबली अटेंड मोक्ष बट ही डिडंट बिकम तीर्थंकर, है ना? सो डिफरेंशिएशन है। वाइल भगवान ऋषभ देव इज द फर्स्ट तीर्थंकर, that way he is also an arihant and he became a siddh after attaining moksha, right? So he is arihant, he is siddh, and most importantly he is tirthankar, one of the 24s. However, Bhagwan Bahubali is not a tirthankar. He is an arihant though, and he obviously became siddh after completion, after the fruition of all his leftover aghati karma, including ayu karma. He also became siddh, but he is not tirthankar, है ना? तो उनका नाम 24 तीर्थंकर में नहीं आता है, 24 तीर्थंकर्स में नहीं आता है। हाउएवर ही इज इक्वली रेवर्ड एंड ही इज ऑल्सो एन अरिहंत भगवान, है ना? तो ये कुछ फैक्ट्स हैं अबाउट अरिहंत भगवान। एंड बाय द वे, थैंक यू ऑल, यू एटलीस्ट रिमेंबर्ड वन फैक्ट अबाउट बाहुबली भगवान, सो दैट्स ग्रेट, है ना? एंड आरोही, आई एम happy that you brought up the fact about the statue, because that's one of the videos I'll be showing you, है ना? Okay, so let's first cover the story of भगवान। अच्छा, किसी को स्टोरी पता है बाहुबली भगवान की? How did he why did he take the path of renunciation, took the diksha, and what did he do after diksha? What prompted him to take the diksha? किसी को पता है वो स्टोरी बाहुबली भगवान की? वो तो राजा के पुत्र थे, है ना? And not any other Raja but Bhagwan Adinath, who was supposed to, who attained Diksha and gave him enough, kingdom, part of his kingdom. Then what happened that triggered him, Bahubali Bhagwan, to take Diksha and become a Jain monk, a Digambar monk? कोई किसी को थोड़ा भी आयोटा ऑफ स्टोरी है? मतलब we'll cover the story, but I just want to know if you know the contours of the story. किसी ने सुनी है स्टोरी? याद नहीं हो तो कोई बात नहीं, स्टोरी सुनी है आरोही? सुनी है ना? गुड। अच्छा, तत्व ने भी सुनी है स्टोरी? ओके, गुड। हाउ अबाउट यू सार्थक? स्टोरी तो सुनी, याद नहीं है, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं। इतनी सारी स्टोरी सुनते हो आप, है ना? एवरी डे इन इंस्टाग्राम, सो मेनी स्टोरीज ऑन यूट्यूब, राइट? तो भूल जाते हैं, है ना? होता है। एनीवेज, सो वी विल डू अ रिविजन ऑफ दैट स्टोरी अगेन, बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टोरी फॉर आवर कल्चर, है ना? दीज आर द स्टोरीज दैट हैव अ वेरी, स्टोरी टेलिंग इज अ ग्रेट आर्ट, and it is the stories that captures is the fastest medium to convey a message to people around, right? It is for a difficult concept, the best way to convey that concept is a story, है ना? Jainism has many stories. All these stories are what we cover in the part of our agam, a classification of our agam that we call as Prathmanu Yog. Right? Our agam, our Jinvani is divided into 4 categories or 4 parts. The first category of that is called as Prathmanu Yog. Prathmanu Yog is stories, the introductory stories about Jainism, है ना? तो उनमें से एक स्टोरी भगवान बाहुबली की भी है, जिसको हम कवर करेंगे, ठीक है? Having said that, since you already know the story, when I'll play the story, it may sound repeat to you because I'm sure you would have seen this story or heard this story from your elders, है ना? तो अब हम प्ले करते हैं स्टोरी. लेट मी शेयर माई स्क्रीन. गिव मी ए सेकेंड. Okay, let's see. And keep me honest here, okay, beta, if you are able to see the story. Not this one, this video I'll play later. Let's first play this story, okay? This is the story I was talking about. Okay.
Jejni. Today we are going to
can't
tell
see
you
it.
a very interesting
Oh, you cannot see it? Okay, wait. You can hear it, but you cannot see it, है ना? Okay, give me a second. How
We
about...
can't see your entire screen.
Acha,
Now.
give me. Now you can, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, beta.
about Bhagwan Bahubali. Bhagwan Bahubali was very brave, strong, and handsome. Bharat and Bahubali were brothers, and their father was King Rishabdev. Before becoming Muni, King Rishabdev made his eldest son Bharat the king of Ayodhya, and his younger son Bahubali the king of Podanpur. After becoming king, King Bharat received 3 good newses at the same time. The first news was that Bhagwan Rishabdev had attained.
Okay, one fact. Who was the brother of, who was one of the brothers of Bahubali Bhagwan?
Bharat.
Bharat, not Bharat. Bharat. Bharat is the name of the country which is based upon the name of Bhagwan of Chakravarti Bharat. है ना? Bharat was the first Chakravarti of Bharat who brought all the 6 continents under one flag, the flag of his, right? And he is considered as not the first Chakravarti, he was one of the Chakravartis, like I think 8th or 9th, yeah. One of those, yeah. Number wise, I may be mixing it up. But yeah, he was one of the Chakravartis. Or was he the first Chakravarti? Sorry, my bad. He was the first Chakravarti. Yes. Okay. So now, Bharat being the eldest, so what happened is when Bhagwan Rishabdev, took the Diksha, when he had the Vairagya and he gave up all his kingdom, he distributed that kingdom amongst his 100 sons. And out of them Bharat was the eldest one, so he got the throne of Ayodhya, the seat of भगवान ऋषभदेव, है ना? अब आगे की स्टोरी जो है वो यहाँ पर प्ले हो रही है, ठीक है ना? What happened, so on one day, given day, भगवान Raja Bharat got 3 newses, right? 3 auspicious newses, through 3 great newses. That's where the story is starting, okay? So I'll play it back. एक और चीज़ मैं करना चाहूँगा. Are you able to hear it fully? Because I am not. मुझे थोड़ी आवाज़ कम आ रही है, तो let me know. Let me do something about that. Give me a second, okay? Maybe there is some issue with the sharing. So stop sharing and let's see if I can work with the audio. Give me a second, bit, है ना? I'm trying to work on the audio setting, that way the volume is proper. Okay, let's see if it helps. Now I've done something. Okay, beta, let me play it now.
Rishabdev. Before becoming Muni, King Rishabdev made his eldest son Bharat the king of Ayodhya, and his younger son Bahubali the king of Podanpur. After becoming king, King Bharat received three good newses at the same time. The first news was that Bhagwan Rishabdev had attained omniscience, meaning Keval Gyan. The second good news was that a special
So, what is the status of a being after they have attained Kevalya Gyan? There is a word, right, that we use for a being who has attained Kevalya Gyan. What is that word? Who can tell me that word? Arohi, can you tell me the word for being once after they have attained Kevalya Gyan?
Moksha?
नहीं, केवल्य ज्ञान से डायरेक्ट मोक्ष तो नहीं होता. मैं वर्ड मतलब that is what we call them. We address them by that word. If some being has attained केवल्य ज्ञान, there is a word that we use for them. कोई मुझे बता सकता है what is the word? Or the person who has attained केवल्य ज्ञान, how do we address them? What do we call them? कोई बताएगा? दो वर्ड हैं, उनमें से कोई भी एक आप बता सकते हो अगर आपको पता हो तो. बहुत बहुत मैं जब वो आंसर करूंगा तो आपको लगेगा हैक, ये तो मुझे पता था. अच्छा चलो एक हिंट देता हूँ. नमोकार मंत्र में वो वर्ड आता है.
Arihant.
परफेक्ट आंसर. तत्व. इट इज अरिहंत, राइट. अच्छा एक सिंपल आंसर और देता हूँ. व्हाट इज द वर्ड? केवल्य ज्ञान, राइट. द वन हु हैज केवल्य ज्ञान इज अ केवली. व्हाट इज द वर्ड? केवली, राइट. केवली भगवान है ना. सो या तो अरिहंत बोलो या केवली भगवान बोलो, राइट. तो अभी न्यूज क्या मिली थी? दैट मुनि ऋषभदेव हैव अटेन्ड केवल्य ज्ञान. दैट इज now he has become an arihant. He has become Bhagwan, right? He has attained omniscience. He has attained Kevalya Gyan. So he is now a Kevali. He is now arihant. He is destined to attain moksha and become a siddh. है ना. तो जिसको केवल्य ज्ञान हो जाता है सार्थक, उनको क्या बोलते हैं?
केवली
केवली और अरिहंत. ठीक है ना,
अरिहंत.
राइट. ये याद रखना इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, लेट्स कीप गोइंग.
powerful, and a divine weapon, the Divya Chakra Ratna, had appeared in their arm.
Okay,
That
one more.
a special, powerful,
Okay, little bit back.
meaning Keval Gyan. The second good news was that a special, powerful, and a divine weapon, the Divya Chakra Ratna, had appeared in their army. No, what?
Okay, so what is the word for a human being or a king or a sovereign who has chakra on their side, who is blessed with a chakra?
A
What do we call
Chakravarti.
them? Perfect. Chakravarti, right? Simple. I am asking simple questions, see? Right? So Bharat became Chakravarti while his father became a Arihant. है ना. Think of it. So you know, somebody who is possessor of the most divine kingdom, you know, of the Bharat Kshetra. Now he has attained one news, which is that his father has attained Arihant Avastha, has become an Arihant, has attained Kevalya Gyan, and that chakra has appeared in his armory. Right? So he has become a Chakravarti. That's a sign of being a Chakravarti. Now, there were still some things missing in him becoming a full Chakravarti. So that is the story all about. Okay, we'll come to that in a bit.
Is this Divya Chakra Ratna? This Divya Chakra Ratna is very powerful weapon, and the king who possesses it, it's called Chakravarti. That Chakravarti king becomes super powerful having the Divya Chakra Ratna. All the other kings consider him as their ruler. And what was the third good news? The third good news was that a beautiful baby boy was born to them. Guess which happy news did Chakravarti King Bharat celebrated first? So, King Bharat first celebrated the good news related to Dharma. He got up from his throne, took 7 steps forward, and bowed to Bhagwan Rishabdev. Then he went to Bhagwan Rishabdev's Samavsharan and performed a grand puja. And with what? With the 8 substances, meaning Ashtadravya. After that, he returned to his kingdom and went to the armory. also known as Ayodhshala, where the Divya Chakra Ratna had appeared. And only after this he celebrated the birth of his baby boy. Following this, Chakravarti King Bharat set out for Digvijay. And Digvijay means Dig as in directions and Vijay as in victory, meaning all the kings in all the directions should either accept King Bharat as their king or be ready to fight him. All the kings accepted Bharat Chakravarti as their king. After
So now what happened, right? So when this chakra appeared in his armory, the people who are blessed with the Mahanimitta Gyan told him that this is a sign of you being assigned the title of Chakravarti. You are now the Chakravarti. You have to assert your Chakravarti-ness by doing a yatra across the realm, and all the kinglings should accept your suzerainty, right? Should accept you as their sovereign. So Bharat, with the power of Chakra vested in him, went for that Digvijay Yatra. Most of the kings, all of the kings, accepted his suzerainty. They accepted Bharat Chakravarti as the sovereign. However, there happened something which prompted the fortune tellers to tell him that he is not yet considered a full blown Chakravarti. He is not yet full Chakravarti. There is something missing. So let's understand what was that he was missing. Okay?
After conquering all the kingdoms, when Bharat Chakravarti returned to Ayodhya, his own city, the divine chakra stopped at the door of his palace. It wouldn't enter the palace because there was still one king who had not accepted Bharat as his ruler.
So one correction here. So what happened is that not just one king. There were 99 kings that didn't accepted his sovereignty yet. And who are these 99 kings who had not yet accepted his sovereignty? कोई बता सकता है किसने अभी तक भरत चक्रवर्ती की sovereignty accept नहीं की थी? तत्व.
The other 99 sons.
Babari.
Yes, Sarthak and Tatu, you are right. The other 99 brothers of Bharat Chakravarti had not yet accepted his sovereignty, right? So that is what was told to him, that the reason why Chakra stopped, and he was also astonished that, hey, you know what? All the kings known to me, they have already accepted my sovereignty, right? Why is the Chakra not entering my palace now? Why is it not entering the city? This is why. That's what the knowledgeable people in his court explained to him, that there are enough kings left, 99 of them. Now what happened, which is not played in this story, so then he sent messages to all his brothers, all the 99 of them, that hey, I am the eldest one, although our father Rishabdev has given us equal rights on the land, but because I have been destined to be a Chakravarti, you should accept my sovereignty, right? So that is what you should do. So what happened? The 98 brothers, the 98 younger brothers of Bharat Chakravarti, all, when they got the message, they got Vairagya. They were like, oh, you know what? He being our brother, he's such a, this place has become such a, mean place, right? That even my brother is turning against me just for a kingdom. What's the point of such kingdom, right? This kingdom is of no use. This is all nashwar. This is all, people will keep fighting for this, but this is not the path we should be on. So 98 of them, they all turned away. They didn't care about their kingdoms. They gave up their rights on their kingdom, and they all became Digambar monks. They took the Digambar Muni Diksha and went to the forest to do their penance, to do their tap. However, Bahubali did not. Why? Because Bahubali was very powerful. He was of a great build. He was of a great character, and he thought that this kingdom has been rightfully, fairly being given to me. My father gave it to me. Why should I give up my duties and give it away to Bharat? Because to satisfy his ego. So he held his guard. He said, I am not doing anything. I will be ruler of this kingdom because that is what has been given to me by my father, uh, you know, rightfully. So he held his position, and that led to a situation, right? What is that situation? Let's cover that situation now next.
ruler. All of Bharat's other brothers had taken Diksha and became sadhu. But his younger brother, King Bahubali of Podanpur, had not yet acknowledged Bharat as his king. That's why the Chakra was not entering the palace. Bahubali said that their father, King Rishabdev, had given all the brothers equal sovereignty. So it was very unfair that Bharat would become the ruling emperor while the other kings would serve him. So now, because of this, Bharat and Bahubali's army got ready to fight each other. But their intelligent
So what do you think? Did that epic battle happen where a lot of people died? Arohi, what do you think? Did Bharat and Bharat and Bahubali's army fought a war?
I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I know there was like some kind of fight. I don't know if I could call it a fight, but there was
Okay,
like an
okay, okay.
interaction between
Okay, so
Bharat.
wait. You didn't answer my question, so now you have to stop. Tattva, what do you think? Did the fight happen between the
No.
armies? No, right? Why did no fight happen between their armies? They had great armies, right? When Bharat had Chakra on his side, they could have easily fought a battle and with decided that way, who is going to take who is the winner and Chakravarti. What happened there? There happened an interjection. The interjection by the other beings who were part of the Rishabdev Bhagwan's court and were for followers of Jainism. So they said, you know what? These two brothers are fighting because of their ego, right? Why should thousands of animals and human beings sacrifice their life to satisfy their ego? Rather, they are able bodied, they have been blessed with amazing powers which they have learnt under the tutelage of Bhagwan of Raja Rishabdev. Let us put those capabilities to the test, right? And that is what Arohi was talking about. There happened a different kind of competition. Rather than fighting it in the battlefield, they turned it into a competition made up of three type of tournaments or three type of activities. What were the three activities? You remember, Arohi? अब मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ. Let me now come back to you. What were the three things that they did to decide who is the winner?
Um, I don't remember, but I know there was like one part where I think Bharat used his Chakravarti, but I don't think it worked. I remember there was
No,
something like
before that, yeah, that's why I'm even playing this story again. You should remember it by heart, है ना? So there happened three activities, right? So the able ministers they decided, the wise ministers they decided that you two should fight three competitions. One is Jal Yuddh, Mal Yuddh, and Netra Yuddh. Now, what is that? Jal Yuddh means wrestling in water. Mal Yuddh is wrestling on ground, and Netra Yuddh means eye contact, right? Simple, no violence kind of competitions. Two of you should do that. Whoever win in all the three, we'll consider them as the winner, and the other guy will have to accept the sovereignty of the one who is the winner of these tournaments. Fair, right? That way no life will be lost. You are son of Bhagwan Rishabdev, right? Rishabdev Bhagwan who has re-established Jainism on this world, right? How can you involve yourself in such a grave act of violence, that to satisfy your ego, right? That doesn't look nice. It will not look nice upon the sons of Bhagwan Rishabdev, the first Tirthankar of the era. Isn't it, Arohi? Right? So that was the reason why they decided to do these three things. अब याद रहेगा आरोही कौन सी तीन चीजें उन्होंने करी? याद रहेगा क्या? ओके, याद रहना चाहिए, बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट यू टू कैरी दीज स्टोरीज टू योर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. So if you will not remember and your answer is I don't know, then how would you transfer this knowledge to the next generation? है ना? It is very important. It is our responsibility to remember these stories by heart so we can pass it down. Make sense? Book or no book doesn't matter. We should remember these stories. These are our culture. These are our tradition. These are our values. है ना? Okay, let's keep going.
Ministers suggested that a battle between the armies would result in a lot of violence. Only the brothers should fight and reach a decision among themselves without involving their armies. So everyone decided that there would be three kind of fights between Bharat and Bahubali to determine the winner. The first fight, which will be a Jal Yudh, meaning they will be going to fight in water. The second was Drishti Yudh, meaning they were going to stare into each other's eyes, and the one who blinked first would lose the fight. The third was Mal Yudh, meaning they were going to wrestle each other using their hands only. Now, to watch the fight between the two powerful brothers, all the people around and many kings gathered, and cheers were heard from both the sides. Now everybody was wondering who would win. You are probably thinking the same, right? You know, children, Bhagwan Bahubali was much stronger and taller than Bharat Chakravarti. Why? Because he had done many good deeds in his previous lives. So they started with Jal Yudh in a big pond. Bharat was shorter than Bahubali and couldn't even throw water up to Bahubali's face. Bahubali, on the other hand, kept splashing water on Bharat. And in this fight, Bahubali became the winner. And then it was time for the side competition or Drishti Yudh. In the Drishti Yudh, Bharat couldn't keep his eyes up for long and couldn't look at Bahubali because Bahubali was again taller than him. Bahubali won this fight as well. Now, it was time for the final power fight, which was Malla Yudh or wrestling. King Bharat was super furious with his defeat and wanted to defeat Bahubali at any cost. In Malla Yudh, both tried their best to overcome each other. But Bahubali was more powerful and finally was able to lift King Bharat up into the sky. Everyone began cheering for Bahubali, and Bharat was very ashamed and angry due to this defeat. In this rage, he hurled his divine chakra at Bahubali. Wow, everyone watched in shock, expecting the chakra to kill Bahubali. But do you know what happened next? The chakra, after circling Bahubali, returned to Bharat and stopped.
So why did this happen, right? First thing first, why do you think why did you think Bharat ended up using chakra on his own brother? What prompted him? What would have been going on in his mind when he used chakra on his own brother? क्या हो सकता है सार्थक?
He was really angry
Why was he angry?
because he was losing.
He was losing, and he was losing against his own younger
Brother.
brother.
Yeah.
Not just brother, younger brother, right? And he already had a built ego that he is the Chakravarti, he is the eldest son. He has the power of chakra with him, right? So when this thing happened to him, he started losing these, battles against his own younger brother, he got his ego, it kind of hurt his ego, right? Sarthak and Tattva, you would understand this very much, right? You like I had a elder brother, you are also two brothers, right? होता है या नहीं होता है ये? कभी लड़ाई हो जाती है तो ईगो टेक्स ओवर, राइट? एंड वी स्टार्ट यूजिंग अननेसेसरी थिंग्स इन दैट फाइट. That's exactly what happened with Bharat. He got carried away by his own ego. And in that ego, under the influence of his ego, Kashay, ego is one of the Kashay, right? होता है या नहीं? क्रोध मान माया लोभ. So he had this big ego, he had this big man, and that turned into krodh, and not just normal krodh, it turned into a rage. And under the influence of that rage, he ended up using the most powerful weapon on his side against his own brother. So that's one part of the story. The second fact around here is, why did the chakra not hurt Bahubali?
Because he's not acknowledged by all the kings, so I wouldn't listen to his command.
नहीं बेटा, वो रीजन नहीं था. चक्र हैज इट्स ओन पावर. इट कुड हैव किल्ड एनी अदर बीइंग, बट द चक्र इज ऑल्सो विथ every weapon. There are some guardrails, there are some controls, some rules that these weaponries follow, right? The rule of the niti is, as per our agam, is chakra cannot be used against the member of your own family, your own blood. It does not work against your own blood. Since Bahubali was and Bharat, shared the parentage, they were, from the same clan, they were brothers. So the chakra did not work against Bahubali, right? For good, right? If it would have worked, we would have, it would have been a grave mistake, right? That's what happened with this chakra. Chakra took a circumambulated around Bahubali and then stopped there. Right? So that was a big lesson for Bharat also. Right? But more than a lesson to Bharat, it kind of triggered amazing thoughts in the mind of Bhagwan Bahubali. Being the most powerful. So look at this. He did not take up Vairagya because he lost the battles. He was winner in all the battles. And in spite of that fact, he gave up, he renunciated, and he became a monk. That is the most amazing part of the story, right? So हम जब बात करते हैं ना forgiveness की, this is an example of forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is not like when you are losing a battle, you say, oh, you know what, Tattva is losing a fight against Sarthak, and Tattva says, oh, I forgive you, Sarthak. No. In this case, Tattva is winning a fight against Sarthak, and in spite of he being declared a winner, he is saying, no, I forgive you. I don't think, this was all wasted cause. This is not what I wanted, right? Rather, I'll take the path of renunciation, something of the kind. So let's see what happens next.
You know why? Because the divine chakra does not harm its own family members. Bahubali thought about what his elder brother had done for the kingdom. He realized that this kingdom has caused a rift between brothers and brought suffering. He understood that all the sensory pleasures, statuses, and kingdoms are all temporary and transient. And now, with this realization, he felt vairagya, meaning detachment from all the worldly pleasures. Bahubali wanted to search for real peace and true dharma, where he could overcome his anger, rage, greed, and ego. He decided to leave behind all his possessions like clothes, ornaments, jewelry, and his entire kingdom to become a Digambar Muni, dedicating himself to asceticism and self-realization. For an entire year, he stood in the forest, enduring severe penance. Vines wrapped around his body, birds made nest on his head, dust accumulated on his legs, and ants built their homes on him. Yet, Bahubali remained steadfast in his meditation. Through his penance and self-realization, he attained Keval Gyan and, after destroying all his karmas, became a Siddha Bhagwan. We should also aim for liberation, leaving behind worldly riches just as Bahubali did, shouldn't we? Jai Jain.
Good story, right, Arohi? It's a revision for you, I know, right? पहले ये story सुनी हुई है ना, Arohi? Right? Now you will remember it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, good. Now let me play another video, which is kind of what Arohi was talking about when she shared the fact, right? So let me play that story. This is story of Shravan Belgol, the place where that monolithic monolithic idol of Bhagwan Bahubali is. Shravan Belgol. Okay, let's see if.
Shravanabelagola is a small town located near Channarayapatna of Hassan district in the Indian state of Karnataka. This town is situated 155 kilometers away from Mysore. Situated between the Vindhyagiri and Chandragiri hills, this place once had very high significance. Shravanabelagola means the white pond of the Shravana, situated in the middle of the town, and is distinguished from other Belagolas in this town through its prefix Shravana. People who reside around this pond are followers of Jainism. Gommateshwara Bahubali statue is situated on top of Vindhyagiri hills. It is the tallest statue carved out of a single stone in Asia. It's the only one statue in the world which stands this tall without any support. We need to climb more than 600 steps to reach this monolithic statue of Gommateshwar. With legs rooted to the earth, hands down without touching the body, and with an invigorating smile on the face, this statue is carved in the most attractive grace. With
Okay, one trivia question. What is this posture called? This posture of meditation of Dhyan that Bhagwan Bahubali statue, Gommateshwara's statue is in. Do you remember what is it called? What is this avastha or this Dhyan avastha called? The common name for it. Okay, I'll tell you. It's called as Kayotsarg. क्या बोलते हैं इसको आरोही? Kayotsarg. बोलो.
Kayotsarg.
Kayotsarg, right? The hands are not touching the body, right? They are, hanging down. The eyes are half closed, focusing upon the nose or the chakra, one of the chakras, and it's a position of meditation, of dhyan, है ना? Of standing ध्यान. जैसे sitting ध्यान होता है वो पद्मासन की अवस्था होती है ना? वैसे ही जब स्टैंडिंग में ध्यान करते हैं उसको कायोत्सर्ग बोलते हैं, राइट? सो हम ऐसे नहीं बोलते जैसे आप बता रहे थे ना सार्थक, या कि वो स्टैंडिंग पोजीशन में उनको केवल ज्ञान हुआ था. उस स्टैंडिंग पोजीशन का एक नाम है. व्हाट इज द नेम? कायोत्सर्ग. क्या नाम है सार्थक? कायोत्सर्ग. सो हम जब मंदिर में अभिषेक प्रक्षाल करते हैं तो 9 बार नमोकार मंत्र बोलते हैं, राइट? एंड वी से ओके लेट्स डू नमोकार मंत्र इन कायोत्सर्ग अवस्था, राइट? दिस इज दैट कायोत्सर्ग अवस्था. तो जब भी ये वर्ड आपके कान में पड़े कायोत्सर्ग, व्हाट यू शुड थिंक ऑफ इज भगवान बाहुबलीज आइडल, है ना? और दैट इज द कनेक्शन यू शुड ड्रॉ. ओके.
creepers on both sides of the body, this massive statue is totally nude. This statue of Lord Gommateshwara is 58 feet tall. Being one of the most important sacred places of Jains, festival days are celebrated with much gaiety here by them seeking the blessings of Lord Gommateshwara. Lord Gomateshwara, also known as Bahubali, was the son of the first Jain Tirthankara, Lord Adinatha. Challenged by his brother Bharata over the succession to the throne, Bahubali took on Bharata in a duel. Though Bahubali finally emerged victorious, he was overwhelmed by both the enormity and the futility of the desire for material wealth, a pursuit that set brothers against each other. He then renounced his kingdom and all other worldly pleasures, ignoring the request of Bharata not to do so. Bahubali stood in deep meditation and radiated the glow of spiritual tranquility. Meditation went on for years and creepers climbed over his standing body. Jains believed that he attained heaven later in the meditation form itself. Therefore, Bahubali is considered as the first Moksha Muni of Jainism. The Mahamastakabhisheka festival, an elaborate ritual held here once every 12 years, attracts thousands of devotees from all over the world. Priests climb up to pour hundreds of pots of tender coconut water, turmeric paste, vermilion powder, sugarcane juice, milk, rice flour, kashaya, a herbal concoction, srigandha, sandal paste, chandana, colored sandal paste, ashtagandha, 8 varieties of sandal paste, saffron, gold and silver flowers and precious stones over the statue's head. A spectacular finale to this splendid ceremony is a shower of flowers from a helicopter. There are big and small temples around the statue. These temples are of Tirthankaras of Jainism. The elegance of Jain Vastu architecture is visible inside these temples. Outside these temples can be seen mandapams, pillars, and other reminiscences of kingdoms of various dynasties. Few sculptures are protected in glass enclosures. The view from near the statue of Gomateshwara is invigorating. Visuals of wonders.
Arohi, is this the place that you visited?
Every visitor is sure to carry cherishing memories of this divine place.
Right, so this is Shravanbelgol, right? This is the place that Arohi was talking about. I'll play one more video, and this is story about how this idol got made. Who made this idol? Okay, it's in Hindi, but there I know you guys understand that much of Hindi, right? It's a video by a history channel in India. It's a good video. Let me play that.
डेक्कन के पठार की एक पहाड़ी पर महान योद्धा, कवि और सेनापति चावुंडराया ने धनुष पर बाण चढ़ाया। जहां भी उनका बाण गिरता, वहीं वो एक महान संत की मूर्ति बनाने वाले थे। बाण गिरा श्रवण बेलगोला में, भारत के जैनों का एक पवित्र तीर्थ स्थल। पत्थरों में बनी इन सीढ़ियों से पहाड़ पर चढ़ सकते हैं। आस्था के वशीभूत तीर्थयात्री नंगे पांव सीढ़ियां चढ़ते हैं। मंजिल होती है शिखर पर बनी एक विशाल मूर्ति। ये भी प्राचीन भारत का एक अजूबा है। बाहुबली, दमदार बाहों वाले बाहुबली पहले जैन तीर्थंकर के पुत्र थे। 1000 साल पहले चावुंडराया ने बाहुबली की मूर्ति का निर्माण शुरू करवाया था। ये जैन धर्म के दिगंबर पंथ के आराध्य हैं।
So who made this idol? By, a big army commander by name Chavundaraya. He was a poet commander, poet warrior of the Ganga dynasty, in 982 AD, he, consecrated this idol, or he, commissioned the creation of this idol. Okay, so ये नाम याद रखना, चावुंडराय. He was not just any other. He was a warrior poet, right? So Jain warrior poet, a follower Jain warrior poet, who got this, idol consecrated, commissioned in year 982 AD.
ये समाज भले ही छोटा है, लेकिन ये मूर्ति नहीं, ये दुनिया में अखंड पत्थर की बनी मूर्तियों में से एक है. यानी इसे एक पत्थर से काट कर बनाया गया है. 57 फुट ऊंची इस मूर्ति को गोमतेश्वर भी कहते हैं. श्रवण बेलगोला दक्षिण के प्रांत कर्नाटक के हासन जिले में मौजूद है. ये राजधानी बंगलुरु से करीब 150 किलोमीटर दूर है. शहर का नाम पड़ा इसके बीचों बीच बनी एक झील के कारण, श्रवण बेलगोला यानी श्रवण का सफेद तालाब. लेकिन जब गोमतेश्वर की मूर्ति नहीं बनी थी, तब भी इस जगह का जैन धर्म से एक और रिश्ता था. लगभग 2300 साल पहले विशाल मौर्य साम्राज्य पर सम्राट चंद्रगुप्त का राज था. बाद में चंद्रगुप्त राजपाट छोड़कर एक जैन साधु बन गए. चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य ने जब अपना राजपाट छोड़ा, तब वो ज्यादा उम्र के नहीं थे. प्राचीन जैन लेखों के अनुसार वो जैन मुनि भद्रबाहु के उपदेशों से बड़े प्रभावित थे. उन्होंने अचानक ही राजा का जीवन त्याग दिया और साम्राज्य अपने पुत्र बिंदुसार के हवाले करके निकल पड़े. बाद में इस साम्राज्य का शासक बना उनका पोता चक्रवर्ती सम्राट अशोक. चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य अपने गुरु के साथ कठिन तपस्या करने चल पड़े. दोनों पाटलिपुत्र से दक्षिण की तरफ बढ़े और उनकी यात्रा खत्म हुई आज के कर्नाटक में. उनकी मंजिल थी श्रवण बेलगोला की एक ग्रेनाइट की पहाड़ी. कहा जाता है कि चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य ने अपने गुरु भद्रबाहु के साथ यहीं एक गुफा में अपना पूरा जीवन व्यतीत किया. यहां पैरों के निशान सुरक्षित हैं, जिन्हें भद्रबाहु के पैरों के निशान माना जाता है. प्राचीन जैन लेखों के मुताबिक सम्राट अपने गुरु के साथ इसी गुफा में रहते थे. बाद में चंद्रगुप्त ने जैन परंपरा के मुताबिक आजीवन उपवास करके अपने प्राण त्याग दिए. एक शक्तिशाली सम्राट डेक्कन के पठार पर एक गुफा में तपस्वी की भांति मरे. आज चंद्रगुप्त का स्मारक श्रवण बेलगोला में चंद्रगिरी पहाड़ी पर बना है. पास ही में सदियों बाद दूसरी पहाड़ी पर बाहुबली की मूर्ति बनवाने वाले चावुंडराया का भी स्मारक है. इंद्रगिरी पहाड़ी पर चावुंडराया के शिल्पकारों ने एक पत्थर को काटकर बाहुबली की मूर्ति बनाई थी. कैसे बनाई थी, ये अब भी एक रहस्य है.
ये पूरी मोनोलिथ को मैनेज करना अपने आप में दर्शाता है कि ये लोग मास्टर ऑफ मैनेजिंग स्टोन. और ये भी ग्रेनाइट स्टोन. ग्रेनाइट स्टोन बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टोन है. ये अपने आप में चैलेंज है और उसमें एक भी मिस्टेक नहीं है. उसकी अगर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड और राइट हैंड साइड में देखो कि दोनों के दोनों आइडेंटिकल है.
आज इसके निर्माण के 1000 साल बाद भी प्राचीन भारत के इस अजूबे से जुड़े कई सवालों के जवाब नहीं मिले हैं. शिल्पकारों ने मूर्ति को नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ काटा था या ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ? मूर्ति बनाने के पहले वो चट्टान कितनी बड़ी थी? वो पहले से यहीं थी या उसे कहीं और से लाया गया था? इस मूर्ति को बनाने से पहले उन्होंने और कितनी चट्टानों को आजमाया था? तीर्थयात्री आते जाते रहेंगे, पर बाहुबली के राज हमेशा राज ही बने रहेंगे।
Good story, right? Have you watched this video ever? Sarthak, Tattva, Arohi? Right? So now you know the story of that Tirth also. Whenever you get an opportunity, I'm so glad, Arohi, that you have visited Shravan Belgol. Hai na? Did it bring up those memory of you visiting Shravan Belgol, this video?
Yeah, I was like, I think they did like the puja or like what they did that when I went there, and I was on the news too because they they were
Oh,
interviewing people. So I was
Arey
like
wah.
little and I was on the
I
news.
would like to see that news if you can find that and share it with us, okay?
Yeah.
Now, see, that is what the importance is. This is our culture, our tradition, and we should be proud of it, right? देखो हमारे forefathers were not just they were kings, they were rulers of parts, they were resourceful people, and they created such magnificent structures in the past that have survived the test of times, 1,000 years at least. है ना? And this is still in the Guinness Book of World Records as the tallest monolithic in a statue, standing statue made of single stone. Right? It was made in the times when there were no mechanical machines, electricity, nothing was available. So think of the human intellect and power that would have gone in to create such a statue. It's a work of art, right? And we should be proud of it. So anytime you get an opportunity to do a yatra and visit Shravan Belgol, never say no to it, right? Always take that opportunity, right? Because this would be a once in a lifetime, right? There's no point going to Venice. Venice is not what our forefathers created, right? Italy, Rome, whatever, right? Yes, you should go, but you will not feel the same connection that you will feel with our own Tirth, our own Siddha Kshetra and our own Atisha Kshetra. है ना सार्थक? Make sense? Right? So, and it's not far. If ever you go to Bangalore, Bangalore is so well connected city. Like we went there in 2023. We flew into Bangalore and then we took a taxi out 3 hours or something to Shravan Belgol. Stayed there for a couple of days. We did the the yatra, climbing up of these mountains twice, and it was such an amazing experience. There are other Gomteshwara statue places, Siddhashetra around, and in Karnataka. It's an amazing place, and we should take in our lifetime. We should at least visit these places as many as time we can. And this is part of our history. This is our heritage. More we go there, more we believe in it, more we feel connected with it, more power and divine energy will come to us. Make sense? Okay. I leave you with that thought. We will end the pathshala today, with that thought. This is our last pathshala for 2025. So I wish you all, happy holidays, good time with your family, during this winter time. Stay warm, and we'll see each other on the Sunday after 4th of January. ठीक है? ओके, चलिए अब अपन जिनवाणी स्तुति कर लेते एंड वी एंड द पाठशाला. जावाणी के ज्ञान से सूझे लोकालोक, ते वाणी मस्तक धरूं देहूं सदा धोक. हे जिनवाणी भारती माँ तो है जपूं दिन रैन, जो तेरी शरणा गए माँ सो पावे सुख चैन. उत्तम क्षमा बच्चों. Wishing you happy new year 2026, and I would like to see you all charged up coming back to the pathshala so we can continue with our Chahdhala lessons. ठीक है? जय जिनेंद्र.
Legend. Happy New Year.
जय जिनेंद्र बेटा, जय जिनेंद्र.